What do businesses value as much as earning profits? It's the ability to earn profits, and that comes with market power, the topic for this lecture. Market power is achieved when businesses gain a significant share of the market, which allows the firm the ability to set prices and to achieve profits. Market power reaches its maximum potential in a monopoly, a market structure in which one firm controls the entire industry. What do all monopolies have in common? First, they have significant market power, which allows them to control the quantity of goods produced and to set prices. And second, they can prevent firms from entering the market and competing as a result of barriers to entry. Barriers to entry come in different forms. The NFL is a monopoly in professional football largely because of the control they have over a very important input, the players. Utility providers achieve market power due to economies of scale. And inventors of new products achieve market power as a result of government protection in the form of patents and copyrights. This allows creators of popular shows such as South Park the ability to earn profits on every episode created and broadcasted because no one else can use the characters for any other purpose. Let's focus on the effects of a monopoly. Because there is only one firm, a monopolist's demand and supply curve are the same as for the market. Take a look at this figure. Notice that for a monopolist that charges the same price for each customer, the marginal revenue of each additional sale will be less than the price which is determined by the demand curve. In other words, for a monopolist to increase sales, it must reduce prices for all of its customers. This makes choosing a price challenging for a monopolist. Charge too much, end up with too few customers. Charge too little, and miss out on the extra money that could be made by charging more. This figure demonstrates how a monopolist maximizes profit. A monopolist produces a quantity in which marginal revenue equals marginal cost, and then charges the highest price allowed by the demand curve for that quantity. Subtracting the average total cost per unit and then multiplying by the quantity produced, we end up with a monopolist's maximum profit. Do all monopolies earn profits? Not necessarily. Think about of all the new inventions shown on late-night infomercials. Some make a lot of profit, such as the pet egg, a little device that scrapes dead skin from your feet, while others are not so fortunate, such as the incredible mop slippers, which can be yours for $19.95, and then there's more, as they would say. Not all monopolies are successful, and many shut down just like any other unsuccessful firm. How does a monopoly compare to a competitive industry in terms of consumer welfare? Most people think that monopolies are bad, but that is not always the case. Take a look at this figure. A profit-maximizing monopolist will produce less output than a competitive industry. This means that prices in a monopoly will be higher, which reduces consumer surplus and allows the monopolist the opportunity to earn economic profit. But by doing so, inefficiency, which economists call deadweight loss, is created because potential consumers cannot afford to buy the product at the higher monopoly price. Another cause of inefficiency results when firms without competition are more wasteful with their money and spend large sums of money to protect their monopoly, an action called rent-seeking. Why then are monopolies allowed to exist? One reason is that many new products and inventions start out as monopoly products. Market power allows firms who spend millions of dollars to create new cures for illnesses, new apps for your phone, or the movies and music that you enjoy to recover these large fixed costs. In other words, it provides incentives for individuals and firms to innovate and to create new products and services that benefit us all. Therefore, market power creates both costs and benefits. To this point, we've assumed that a monopolist is able to charge only a single price for its product to all of its customers. But that's not very realistic. Instead, we often see different prices being charged to different people. And this occurs because firms with market power are able to price discriminate. Price discrimination occurs when a product is sold at different prices to different consumers to increase profit. Take a look at this menu for admission tickets to a theme park. This theme park chose to price discriminate in two ways. First, the more days that one buys, the less expensive is the price per day. Therefore, the person standing next to you in line at the roller coaster may have paid less than you because she bought a longer pass. Second, this theme park charges a lower price for kids under the age of 10 and an even lower price, nothing, for kids under the age of 3. We can easily guess why firms price discriminate, to make more profits. But is price discrimination always bad? It certainly sounds bad, especially when the word discrimination is used. But what may be surprising is that price discrimination actually can lead to greater efficiency. Before we discuss why, let's define the three types of price discrimination. First degree, or perfect price discrimination, occurs when a firm is able to charge every customer the maximum amount he or she is willing to pay, thereby turning all of consumer surplus into profits. Second degree price discrimination occurs when people pay different prices for a good based on the quantity purchased, such as the number of days at the theme park. Another example of second-degree price discrimination occurs at wholesale clubs like Costco or Sam's Club. You might get a great deal on paper towels and toilet paper, but you sure have to buy a whole lot of them. Finally, third-degree price discrimination occurs when different groups of customers are charged different prices based on various characteristics. For example, being a student, you might receive a discount at the movie theater. The person sitting next to you on a plane may have paid twice the amount you did for the same small, uncomfortable seat just because he bought the ticket at the last minute. And the lady in front of you at the grocery store checkout line is paying less than you for the same groceries because she brought a large stack of coupons with her. How then can price discrimination be beneficial? Without price discrimination, a firm with market power would choose to sell fewer units than in a competitive market. With price discrimination, a firm can charge the monopoly price to those willing to pay that price, and then charge a lower price to consumers who otherwise wouldn't be able to buy the good. In sum, more consumers are able to purchase products, resulting in greater efficiency. To conclude, we learned in this lecture that firms with market power achieve that power as a result of barriers to entry. This allows the firm the opportunity to earn economic profits by producing a smaller quantity and charging a higher price. When firms can price discriminate, they can earn even greater profits, but it also allows more consumers to purchase the good. And while monopolies in general can be very inefficient, they are also the drivers of innovation in our economy.